Приветствую всех, меня зовут Виктор, и это Чудо Games, и мы продолжаем проходить столпы земли. Поехали. Так, хозяин постоялого двора. Что тут еще есть? Костерок, потрескивает огонь, кувшинчик. Кто-то оставил их здесь. Назади видит немало людей, идущих мимо.
Buenos dias. Do you understand me?
Sinto cho ben, pero non temos camas dispoñibles.
No, I don't need a room. I was told a friend of mine stayed here some time ago. A red-haired Englishman called Jack. Do you remember him?
Eu só che falo en galego, miña rula.
Français? English?
Français, English. Ну все, погрелась, хватит. Так, можно показать ей Чилдрена. Смотри, какой. Такого не видела?
Oh, que cousiña! Eche rubio.
Sí, redhead. Have you seen his father, Padre del Niño? Jack Jackson?
Ven sendo un peregrino?
What?
É un peregrino?
Oh,
Pilgrim.
no. He's not a pilgrim.
Entón, quen ven sendo?
Let me show you something.
На что тут указать-то? На постоялый двор, на костер, указать на кувшин, попросить помощи.
Oh, can you help us translate?
O inglés non cho falo.
O English non ci falo, perdetos, mesquitas, muchas gracias.
I was told he used to stay here.
Dis que o rubio está aquí? Ah, xa sei a quen andas a buscar. Xurxo!
Que foi?
O raparigo este eche fillo teu.
Pois, non che sei. Case que non, eh?
No, he's not the man I'm looking for.
Semella que desta aínda zafas.
Фу, такое с облегчением. Так, даже не знаю. Кстати, на собор.
He's a mason. He builds things like that.
Ah, eche masón. Albanel.
Sí, a mason. It's the same word in Galician.
Por aquí pasan unha morea de masóns. Non me poderías dicir algo máis sobre el?
Well, he's a mason and he has red hair. He's also very knowledgeable. But how do I tell you that?
Книжку покажи, элегии.
The man I'm looking for loves to read.
Anda, isto eche do masón.
Ага, и...
See, it's his.
Oín falar dun masón que dis que se dedica a traducir libros en Toledo.
Polo visto, di que se chama Jack.
Yes, Jack. Have you seen him?
Non sei cal será o seu apelido, pero ben é certo que non chai moitos masóns rubios aos que lles guste ler. Se tan desesperada está, por que non vai a Toledo a comprobalo por si mesma?
Entón, marchou para Toledo.
Толедо!
He went to Toledo.
A Toledo marchou, sí.
Di que o teu Jack podería estar en Toledo.
All right, so I will go to Toledo then. Gracias. I just pray that I understood you correctly.
Ух, теперь мы еще в Толедо поедем. Странно. Ну давай, погнали в Толедо. Порту. Отправиться в Толедо, что назад уже едем. Прикольно. Толедо прошли, ты чё, куда? Стопе. Примерно через месяц после Компостеллы. Толедо.
Buenos dias. Parlez-vous français? English?
Of course. How may I help you?
I was told a man named Jack Jackson lives in this house.
Who told you this?
A group of scholars living at the edge of town. They said he used to translate old scriptures about mathematics before he moved here.
Please wait here. I will talk with Master Rashid.
Так, что у нас тут? Фонтанчик. Какой удивительный фонтан. Джеку они наверняка понравятся. Ну еще бы. Дом. Что тут еще есть интересного? Колонны. Они напоминают мне Клоатар в Кинсбридже. О, ящерица. Заглянуть внутрь. А дом, что там? Такой большой и светлый. О, мастерская Джека. Так, небольшой стол, проща.
It's his.
Оп, заберем. Какие еще доказательства мне нужны? Он здесь был, возможно. Весь покрыт резьбой. Устройство с певчей птицей, что это такое? Небольшой стол с красивой резьбой. Устройство ослик. Так. Все, здесь больше ничего нету. Положить пацана на стол, что ли, уйти? Не, так не надо. Бабёха пришла. Здорово.
Oh, there you are. May I ask who let you stroll around our house?
I travelled hundreds of miles looking for a man called Jack Jackson. A scholar told me that I would find him here.
Yes, my servant told me already. My father's not here at the moment, so you'll have to make do with me. Unfortunately, I must disappoint you. There's no one called Jack living in this house.
Брешешь?
He must be here. I found his slingshot.
What? Who allowed you inside my father's archive?
I didn't mean to be disrespectful of your hospitality.
I just hope for your sake you didn't touch anything. Every piece in there is precious to my father, even that slingshot. I'm sorry, but this is not easy for any of us.
Чего?
I think you should know that Jack and I are promised to each other. Maybe we should go inside. The sun's burning, and my mother doesn't need to hear us.
Да кем вы обещаны?
Jack told me about you. You are Aliena. You're the one who rejected him and married his stepbrother. And now you want him back.
I'm here because I love him.
He always said that he had come here to find out about his family. But instead, he found out about everything else. About philosophy, mathematics. When he and my father met, it was love at first sight. They studied together and made great plans. But in the end, Jack would always start talking about his cathedral again. This great church he would build one day. Rib vaults and pointed windows. He'd ramble on about it for hours and stare up at that ceiling. We three sat here for hours and talked. And then in the evenings it would be just the two of us. So many strange ideas about the future. Some barely more than silly dreams. Others almost in arm's reach.
You're talking about him as if he were gone.
Well, he's not here anymore. My father had offered him work as a master builder here in Toledo. He would have been well off and free to spend his evenings under vaults like this, with me as his wife. But in the end, he refused. Tell me, did you really marry his stepbrother?
Ну да.
It was a mistake. I know that now. I did it to fulfill a promise I'd made to my father. I thought I had no choice. I didn't want to hurt him. Believe me.
I do. You know, he left me because of you. Even after all you did to him, he couldn't let go. You can be glad that you ran into me and not my mother. She was enraged when he left.
He can have that effect on people.
But apart from that, we made our peace with him. Father even gave him one of his favorite pieces of his collection as a parting gift.
Статуэтку.
A small wooden statue with stone eyes in exchange for his slingshot.
Would you mind telling me where he went?
He went to
Домой?
Paris
О, в Париж.
to work on the Cathedral of Saint-Denis. He said he never found out about his father, so there was no reason to stay down here anymore.
Paris?
Yes. If you find him there, tell him I don't miss him.
Thank you, and all the best to your family.
Thank you.
Блин, опять
What
назад
is the
идти.
child's name, by the way?
Еще не дала имя.
He has none yet. I wouldn't name him without Jack.
Isn't that a bit silly?
Ну да, немножко.
Maybe. But he's his son as well as mine. It's his right to have a say in it too.
Then off to Paris. That baby needs a name.
He will get one. Thank you.
Офигеть, в Париж идти, это сколько времени-то? Тю-тю-тю-тю-тю-тю-тю-тю-тю-тю-тю. А зачем обратным путем вот так? А там же можно как-то напрямую, наверное, идти.
I travelled back along the way of St. James, passing through Astorga, Lyon, and Burgos. I crossed the Pyrenees, revisiting Bordeaux, Angoulême, Poitiers. If Jack really was there, what was I to say to him? I'd pull him very, very close, wishing for all the wounds to heal as quickly as they could.
3 месяца спустя. О, Париж. Базилика Сен-Дени. Но, блин, если мне еще и не здесь, будет сурово. Так, что у нас здесь? Камни. Наверное, Джек нас ненавидит. Ворота собора. Никуда не пойду. А это что? Рабочие. Каменщики. Это что там? Строительная площадка. Разноцветные стены и окна. Красиво.
There. Are we awake then? You almost missed this. Look at these colourful windows. Look at the light.
О!
We came to see you, Jack.
We?
Ага.
Is he?
He is your son.
My son?
Да.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Ali, where do we go from here?
Wherever we go, I want to go with you.
Will you marry me?
Конечно.
Both of you?
We will.
Столько идти-то, ё-моё.
We stayed in Paris as husband and wife. And our son, Tommy. The days went by quickly. Jack had learned much working as a builder in Saint-Denis. Days became months. Then after a year, we both grew restless. Where can we go from here? We asked ourselves again. We both confessed that we wanted to see our families, our friends. And then we knew where we wanted to go.
Глупое решение. Там враги, как бы, там мудак.
Even if it was in shambles.
Там не очень хорошо. Я бы не ехал обратно. Сербская гавань. О, они поехали назад. Ну, понятно. Вот все проблемы иначе.
The ship to England will leave soon.
What's going on here?
Whatever it is, if the crowd doesn't clear up, we'll miss our ship.
Так, ага, наша телега. Никто не обращает внимания. Вор, лжец.
Could make the horse get their attention.
Or ride it through the crowd?
That sounds a bit dangerous, doesn't it?
You think?
Так, наш сундук. Подарок от Рашида. Красивый, синенький. Что-то взял. Тепло благодаря укладке ящика, слегка сырой благодаря дереву. Священник. Что происходит?
Do you know what's going on?
Oh, chaos. I can't get these people to calm down. God knows I tried.
What happened?
The jongleur told the crowd a few stories. Then he sold people some miracle charms, but it was just fairy tales and painted stones.
Well, it always is.
I know, but I'd need a real miracle to calm them down now. Otherwise, they'll rip him apart.
Ну чё тут, статуэтку поставил на стул и все, ништяк будет. Жонглер.
She doesn't do anything yet, but if I stood with her where it's colder...
А я бы прохладнее тут на коня, что ли, на телегу поставить?
No, it's not impressed.
Моя старая проща, Алена принесла мне ее. Ну блин, в коня стрелять.
No, that would only get me in trouble.
Так, что у нас тут еще есть? Это жонглер есть. Тенистое местечко. Пойдем поставим в тенистое местечко свою статуэточку. Всякие. О, чудо!
You see? It's working.
Your friend Rashid must be quite the miracle worker.
Так, на.
Mustn't fool around now. The tears will dry quickly.
А, толпе показать. Смотрите, слезы текут.
What's going on? The Holy Mother. She's crying.
Touch not the Holy Mother. It is a sin to desecrate the image of the Virgin.
It's true. Lord in heaven. Why is she crying?
О грехах ваших.
She weeps for your sins. What has this man done to you that you would treat him like a wild animal?
He tricked us and took our coin.
And you would kill him for your own foolishness. The Holy Virgin weeps, for you are not living by the word of God.
It is the Mother of God.
Forgive us, Holy Mother. Where did she come from?
She was given to me by a scholar in Toledo. We think she cries because...
Jack, don't!
It's a miracle.
A
Да.
miracle. A miracle.
Yes.
Listen to what he has to say. The Holy Virgin has chosen this young family to protect her. Tell us all where you are headed.
Her destination is beyond these waters. In the small town of Kingsbridge, in the earldom of Shire. There she wants to rest.
Kingsbridge. Where's that?
Hail Mary.
Make way for the Holy Virgin.
Hallelujah.
Make
Дурачки.
Robert well.
Huh?
Blessed Mary, let my daughter conceive.
Give us a good harvest.
They're donating to ask for her blessing.
Oh. The weeping Madonna shall hear your prayer. And with your donations, I shall build her a new shrine at Kingsbridge, a cathedral.
It's you.
Who do you mean?
You. The red-haired ghost.
Me? A ghost?
My husband is very much alive. I've known him since he was 12 years old.
But he drowned. By God, you drowned. 24 years ago. On the white ship. My poor son. My Jacques.
А, Жак,
His
вышел.
name was Jacques.
Jacques Cherbourg.
Jack. Cherbourg.
Бабулю нашли. Прикольно. Вы старались не думать о предстоящем пути на корабле в Нормандию. Вы последовали совету возницы и ткнулись в тупик в Барфлере. Вы и младенец серьезно заболели, но сумели выжить. Вы помогли паломничеству на пути Святого Эква, проникли в священный архив, вы украли прощу, вы нашли Джека в Париже, вы решили вернуться в Кингсбридж, вы спасли Барда от трясенной толпы, вы встретили бабушку Джека и, наконец, узнали судьбу отца. Замечательно. Глава 16. Дом. Милый дом. Ну, не такой же, но милый, скажем так. Кингсбридж. О, все заросло. Травой. Цветочками. А цветочки-то
So
плохо.
much has grown, but there are no roots, no herbs.
Цветочки
What are you
плохо для
looking at,
строения.
Jonathan?
The garden is in disorder. I want it to be right again, but I don't know how to do it.
Before I became prior, I thought the same about Kingsbridge.
Well, what did you do?
I cleaned up.
Where do we start?
С любого действия начинай и все. Надлежит выдернуть сорняки для начала.
Some plants are weeds and must go before we can plant new seeds.
What are weeds?
They take away what the other plants need to grow. Light, water, room.
What do we do?
Pluck them. They look a lot like every other plant, so you need to learn how to tell them apart.
Фразочки с двойным смыслом. Про людей говорится.
Here, you see those?
И про
They're
растения,
called wood sorrel. Let's pluck only those for now.
I'll do it.
If you insist. Make sure to pull out all of the thin roots.
And now what do I do?
For plants to take root, the soil must be loose and fertile.
So, may I dig now? Done. What's next?
Stay here. I'll be right back.
Ну, сначала же садит, потом поливает, а не поливает, потом садит. Это было глупо.
Now, where did you put them? Ah, here they are.
Красивая чаша разукрашенная. Издалека. Вы говоришь, кидал Милли давным-давно.
I found these nuts for you. Remember, Milius?
С призраками
You
говоришь?
always said that one day there will be a beech tree growing here. I think it's about time.
А за кухней кто-то ухаживает, чистенько так тут все дела. Призрак. Вот Кадберт сидит, Милли.
What did you bring?
Do you remember Milius? A kind man with a warm smile. Well, he told me to give you this.
Whoa!
Теперь полить надо.
Now we just have to wait.
Вообще-то полить надо для начала.
All right. How long?
Too long for us to keep sitting here.
That long.
Ага.
Some things take time.
И
And
поливание.
only with patience will you receive your reward.
Why do we have to do all these things if all we had to do is wait?
Simply waiting would not have been enough, Jonathan. You just paved the way for things to take their course. They are happening right now. And in a few days' time, we will return and see the first green leaf
Вы ее не полили.
of something new.
Oh. Is it God's reward?
Maybe.
Does he make things grow?
You made it.
No, I just planted the seed.
Вот, наконец-то.
Now you can fetch some water from the rain barrel.
But that water's smelly. It's been there forever. There are many trees by the river. I bet that water's better.
That's a longer walk, though.
I don't mind. The distance is worth it.
Maybe you're right. It is worth it. Let's walk together then.
But I'll carry the bucket.
Неси. Кизрич в тот же день.
Why isn't Remigius holding the sermon? What's gotten into Philip?
Our church lies in ruins.
Ну, Марта стоит.
But all of this, these dire times, have revealed something important to us.
Что же это?
Something that, maybe until today, I wasn't aware of.
What do you mean?
You've been praying in these ruins. But you've been praying like you always did, in humbleness. We don't need a church for prayer.
Where else are we going to pray? The chapter house?
The church is where God resides.
God doesn't work in the ways we might assume. Today, Jonathan tended to our garden to make it beautiful again. And he told me of things I almost had forgotten. Good and evil are not in here or out there. They are within each of us. God made us in his image. Thus we carry the godly spark within us.
Как и дьявола.
But we have witnessed that man can have the devil in his heart as well. Prayer needs no special place, for we are his church. In our actions, he exists.
We are God's temple.
No man is closer to God than any other man. Whether you pray in church or on the streets of our towns, whether you're a man, woman, monk, or bishop.
Philip, look outside. You have to see them. You've got to see the horses and the colors.
Jonathan. Now, what's going on?
I heard noises and I went to look.
Calm down. What happened?
But the priest said they brought a miracle.
Who? What? What priest?
Step right up, brothers and sisters. For you are about to see something that will change your life.
Who is that?
They brought us a miracle.
A miracle?
Don't be shy. There is no danger, just awe that awaits you here. Ah, you must be Prior Philip. I am Brother Reynold. I have been sent by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Here is his letter, in case you have reasonable doubts.
Изучим. Письмо датировано 20 апреля 1141 года. Филипп из Кинбриджа. Настоящий молю вас принять благодать плачущей Богоматери, поскольку она избрала Кинбридж на роль своего обиталища. Когда слухи о чудо дошли до моих ушей, я призвал процессию к себе и увидел собственными глазами святыни и правда существует. Я пригласил это чудом Англии и намеревался вернуть святыню в Винчестер. Однако ваш Джек убедил меня прислушаться, поступить иначе. Я отправил одного священника из моего окружения, Рейнольда, сопровождать процессию и доставить вам это письмо. Примите мое благословение, Филипп из Кинсбриджа. Надеюсь, вы восстановите свой монастырь, чтобы он был достоин Святой Матери Божией. Теодольт, архиепископ Кентерберийский.
We've been charged to accompany the Weeping Madonna. She is to replace the loss of your relic, Saint Adolphus the Martyr, who was taken from you.
What?
On her travel from far away Africa, she has collected donations to reward Kingsbridge for your faith in her and in the Lord.
I can't believe this. What is all this?
You do believe. That is why she came. And that is why you...
Давай чудо узрим.
The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa. A baptized Saracen was her former guardian, and I and the custodians of the Holy Virgin were chosen to take her on a journey.
Baptized? What country did you say you came from?
We have traveled all the way from a place of wonders, the faraway land of Africa.
Africa has many countries, I've heard.
Yes, it does. I knew not her powers or destination. Nevertheless, I carried her for many miles.
What's it like in Africa?
The sun is always shining, and miracles happen every day. It's a land of great deserts, fig trees, and creatures that an Englishman can't even dream up.
Like these horses. Are they horses?
They are not. To you, they might resemble horses, but the name the Africans have for these creatures is impossible to pronounce, even for me. Many bore witness to her miracle before it dawned upon me.
You mentioned there were fig trees in Africa. What are they?
It's a fruit, of course. It looks like a strawberry and tastes like a pear.
The scripture mentions these figs, and they sound nothing like that. Why is that?
No two apples look or taste alike. The same goes for figs, and doubly so.
I'm getting the impression that this man has never even been to Africa. But why would he lie?
But I wondered, what shrine should be her shelter? This time, it was the Madonna herself who answered my questions. She said, "You shall build me..." So we set off. And along the road, from Paris, across Normandy...
Excuse me. Don't interrupt.
The Weeping Madonna has chosen you!
Hey!
Shh! You heard me correctly. It was a long journey. The Weeping Madonna came to me in a faraway land named Africa.
Brother Reynold. I've heard of a Reynold from the coast. A scheming drunkard who lives as a traveling monk.
You think that's him?
Perhaps it is, perhaps it's not. I don't trust him either way.
A baptized Saracen was her former guardian. And I and the custodians of the Holy
You don't
Virgin
need to
were
be here
chosen
if
to
it's
take
too
her
loud.
on a journey. Baptized?
Mary.
A Saracen?
Так,
I knew not
странное
her
животное.
powers or destination.
They look almost like
Nevertheless, I
horses.
carried her
Так
for
это и есть
many
horses.
miles. Many bore
А,
witness
верблюд.
to her
Feels like a
miracle
wicker basket covered in
before
felt.
it dawned upon me.
Мэри Марта. Кто такая Мэри?
What do you
Марта
think
Теппа.
of this procession?
They seem well intended, and we could use the money.
But where? It came to me in a
Зрители.
dream. It was Kingsbridge.
My dear people,
Oh, I'm so excited to see. Did you hear that? The Madonna has chosen.
She's come all the way from Africa.
But I wondered.
please.
Shh, we want to listen to.
Понятно,
This
зрители.
time,
Что там?
it was the
Задняя
Madonna
сторона.
herself who answered my questions.
Дверь клуатар,
She
дверь
said-
кухни.
You shall build
Oh,
me
thank you.
a new church in Kingsbridge.
Do you speak English?
No English, no campandare.
I think you might have stepped into
What? Where?
No English.
Just un poco.
Could you talk to this man, Martha?
Yes, it's strange. He was quite talkative. He told me he was from Damascus in Africa.
Isn't Damascus in Arabia?
There's one in Africa too, I'm sure.
Why are you pretending you can't speak English?
No inglese. Melada.
Ой, ладно, давайте на этом моменте закончим серию, продолжим следующий. Не забывайте подписываться на канал, это помогает развитию. Комментируйте видео, задавайте вопросы, говорите, что понравилось, что нет. Также подписывайтесь на контакт, Твиттер и Фейсбук. А на этом все, всем пока.
All the way to Kingsbridge.